Shalom. This is Brother Ira again, coming back at you. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm still having technical difficulties with my phone, but the Lord allowed me to record a video today with this phone, and I just hope, pray the Lord that it don't shut off on me. And I like to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstones, and this is going to be a quick hit. It's going to be stand firm in a great persecution, and it's going to be about these last days and prophecies and various topics. All right, I'm like to start off with Acts 14 and 22. The book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples, exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So the scripture says, through much tribulation, we must enter the kingdom of Yahweh. And the tribulation is going to hard times, problems, perils, right? So this is going to happen to the hopeful elect, and the 1/3 of Israel, the righteous branch of Israel. The 2/3 are going to be cut off in their iniquities because they didn't want to hearken to the Lord's voice. So a lot of 2/3 going to die. So verse 22 said, confirming the souls of the disciples, exhorting them. So we out here in the highways and byways exhorting the hopeful elect, and them to continue in the faith. So we exhorting them, we encouraging them to continue in the faith, to keep the words and trusting in Yahweh B'Shem Yashad to get us through these last days, because it's coming great tribulation and famine, a lot of death. A lot of people is going to die, and they just I read somewhere that Biden, that he dispatched UN troops throughout the United States. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a lot of death. So they're going to incite a great, a great civil unrest here. So they're going, chaos, so they could bring in order. So a lot of people's about to die, and I'm gonna bring these prophecies out, and I'm gonna give you Psalm chapter 32, verse 14. Psalms 37, verse 14. Excuse me, Salaki. Book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be at upright conversation. So that goes into the prophets, because we have an upright conversation. All we doing is reading scriptures, man. And we ain't doing nothing wrong. We ain't causing no terrorist attacks, no nothing. We ain't going around killing people and nothing, right? We're gonna read it again. The book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 14. The wicked is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, right? The wicked elites have drawn out their swords and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy. So we the poor and needy, right? And slay such as be upright conversation. So they want to slay those who's in upright conversation. Who's in upright conversations? It's not talking about the 2/3, because they conversation is wicked. All they talking about is getting the bag, chasing these scat-tail women, and and doing derelict shit and causing havoc, and selling drugs and whatever they doing, and violence. We up here having upright conversation out in the highways and byways, to wake up the hopeful elect, keep the laws, what I'm saying, statutes, commandments, live a righteous life. But guess what? What we saying is disrupting the elites way of life. We exposing them, right? You know, we talk against these abominations, abominable things that they are out here promoting towards the world, and they against that, you know. And like they say, you know, even out 2/3 of our own people against that, and you know, so they like so. I'm gonna get Revelations chapter 12. Let's get Revelation chapter 12. Right? The book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. See? So that's the elites, man. Because we just read back in Psalms 37 and 14, the wicked have drawn out their swords. They drawn out their military. They, you know what I'm saying? That's what they was blessed with the sword. The wicked have drawn out their sword and have spent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be upright in conversations. So now, Revelation 12 verse 12, they rejoice in heaven. He said, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, which is America, you know, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. These are other seed going to other nations, right? For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because knoweth that he have a short time. That's why he's going to come and prosecute the righteous, because we speaking uprightly, and you know what I'm saying? And 2/3 of our people, you know, they hate us too. They want to see us gone, but they don't know that we, you know, we the last line of defense, man. They gonna feel it. They gonna realize that we the good guys, you know, and they gonna see it. But when by the time they figure that out, it's gonna be too late. So let's get some more prophecies. Let's get Psalms 56 verse 1. Book of Psalms chapter 56 verse 1. Be merciful unto me, Yahweh. So, you know, we prayed to the Most High to be merciful with us in these times, in these days, these last days that's coming, right? Be merciful unto me, O Yahweh, for man would swallow me up. He fighting daily oppressive me. So, yeah, so who's going to swallow us up? The oppressor, who you saw Edom, right? They hope, you know, these elites. You know how they going to swallow us up? They're going to put us in difficult time, Jacob's trouble. We're going to get that. And you know what I'm saying? They're going to come out with great wrath. Verse 2, my enemies will daily swallow me up, for they be many that fight against me, O my thou Most High. Verse 3, what time I'm afraid, I will trust in thee. So in the time of the faith, we must trust in the Father, man. And Yahweh B'Shem Yashad, that he's going to deliver us from the wicked hands and keep us from the hour temptation, right? Verse 4, and Yahweh, I will praise his word. And Yahweh, I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. So the Lord said, don't be scared. Don't be scared of the man that can kill the body, but scared that who can kill the body and soul in hell. So we ain't supposed to be fear this man, you know. We supposed to trust in Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, that he'll deliver us and free us, you know, because, you know, he going to give us the spiritual powers to defend ourselves in those days, right? And verse 5, every day that rest my word, all their thoughts are against me for evil. See, all the thoughts of the wicked elites are evil, you know. They thinking about taking us over, taking us down, destroying us, man, destroying the children, you know, the God elect, Yahweh B'Shem Yashad elect, putting that biochip in us, man, you know, so they can track us, because they know once they do that, they know the Lord is going to destroy us, so they banking on that, but they're not going to they not going to be able to execute that plan because the Lord is going to shut them down, right? Because he says he's going to shorten up the days for the elect's sake, right? Let's get that in Matthew 24. Hold on, Matthew 24. Bear with me. Hold on, bear with me. The days will be shortened. The book of Matthew chapter 24. Let's start at verse 11. And there shall many be offended and shall betray one another, and they shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, and love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure to the end shall be saved. So we got to endure to the end to be saved. And this gospel and kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. Then shall the end come. So they said all nations. That's why he said go out to all nations. They ain't talking about everybody can be delivered, only children of Israel that's scattered abroad, according to James 1:1 and 1 Peter 1:1, right? When they shall say, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation. Now that's going back in the time of, I think, the Greeks, the Romans. But now he's jumping, he's at, the abomination of desolation. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, and stand in the holy places, readeth and let him understand. So that's going to, that's going into the Greeks. My bad, Salakia. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. And that's going to 70 AD. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back and to take his clothes. So that's going back in that time. But then you can speed up and say that too, because when Jacob's trouble pop off, we don't know where we're going to be when this all happens. So if I leave this house, it might happen when I'm at work. That means it might not be safe for me to come back to this house, so I gotta take flight wherever I'm at, right? And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall it be great tribulation, as what not since beginning of this world to this time, no, nor ever shall be, and set those days shall be shortened. There shall be no flesh saved. So they say he's going to shorten those days for the elect's sake, right? And those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is a Mashiach, or there, believe it not. So they've been saying that, you got these false teachers out here saying that, we gonna get you to the kingdom. The Lord said, don't believe it not. They saying that they are the anointed ones, and they not, and that's Esau Edom as well, because he's gonna come with you. He's gonna come to you with another alternative, a false flag to save your life, but it's gonna be false, man. He's gonna try and get you to take that charagma. So don't believe it, right? Verse 24, for there shall rise false Mashiach and false prophets, and show great signs and wonders, and so much that it were possible they shall deceive the very elect. What's their, what's their deception? What's their great signs? They the microchip brain, the micro brain chip, making people walk paralyzed and controlling controlling computers with their minds with that plantable brain chip. That's a false sign, right? Using Project Bluebeam, whatever they're going to do to deceive the people. But they said they won't, if it's possible, they will deceive the very elect. They're not going to deceive the very elect, right? Behold, I have told before, wherefore if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth, behold, is he in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, shineth every unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. So all these signs are going to have to come before the Son of Man come. All these signs got to go. What's the sign of, the charagma, So once that get displayed and mandated, that's when the Yahweh Shai is going to return. Let's get another prophecy. Let's get 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, shall suffer persecution. So if we live in godly, we're gonna suffer persecution, because the dark, the evil, they hate light, and darkness hate light, right? So we're gonna suffer persecution even from amongst our own people, the 2/3. Because a lot of those 2/3 are going to turn us in to get trampled on, to get put to death. They're going to sell us out. So he said, ready for persecution, we are serving the Mashiach, right? The verse, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. 3 verse 13. But 3 verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Mashiach Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecution. But the evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, being deceived. So that goes into these other camps. They waxing worse and worse. And then you got simple Jake, they out here following, especially these women, they following these men, and they being deceived by the deceiver. And which is even 2/3 of our people, these pastors and these fake Israelite camp leaders, and also Esau Edom. So the Lord is setting, he's separating the sheep from the goat. He's setting the standard, and his sheep hear his voice, right? Let's get 2 Thessalonians 2:11. A strong delusion he cast on our people to be deceived. The book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 11. Let's start at 10. And with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. So a lot of our people, 2/3 of our people, they don't want to see receive the love of the truth. So when we be out on the highways and byways, or you tell your fans or family, they pass on. They don't want to hear this, right? So, and with all deceivableness, wait, let's get started at 9. The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him who cometh and after the works of Satan with all power and signs of lying wonders. So that's who Esau Edom. With his science, his technology, he come with all deceivableness and signs of great wonder and lying wonders, right? The implantable brain chip, making people see again with him. People who was paralyzed, from the waist down, he putting them, put that chip in them, and they, giving them a robotic bodies, spinal, whatever, making them walk again and all that. That's all signs of lying wonders right there, right? That's what you call spiritual powers on the left hand side. That's sorcery. Verse 10, and with all deceivableness and unrighteousness. See, Esau either he deceitful and unrighteous, and them that perish because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So if they didn't see the truth, it's a chance they can be saved, but they won't. So they won't be delivered, right? Verse 11, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So the Most High put a spell of sleep on them. He it's an angel really blind them spiritually and made them deaf, and they can't hear spiritually. And he said, and they will believe a lie. He put a delusion on them, and they will believe a lie. Our people, 2/3 of our people is walking around in delusional. Think everything is going to go back to normal. Things are going to get back. They think America is going to last forever, but they are sadly mistaken. They try and get that bag. They want to get a business. Some people want to be rappers, actors, business owners. People getting married and having kids still. They're not preserving the time of what's really going on around them. So they're going to perish, man, and their unfaithfulness, right? Let's get some more, Get Luke Luke chapter 21, verse 12. Let's get the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 12. The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 12. But before all these, they say, But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and prosecute you and deliver you up to be to the synagogue, into the prison, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. So yeah, some of us are gonna be martyrs. You know what I mean? Some of our own people is gonna turn on us, like I said earlier. And these UN troops that's here, they're gonna take us up and deliver us up to the synagogue, to amongst kings. Those kings will be the elites. A lot of them gonna be watching through streaming TVs, and they hiding locations, watching us, or someone might be present and watching us getting executed or going to court and getting judged, and then eventually get put to death. So some of us might get caught and be martyrs for this truth and this faith, to show our faith. So the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 12, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and prosecute you and deliver you up to the synagogues and into the prison, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake, for Yahweh Shah, for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. They're gonna bring you up to these kings to prosecute you. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have to, some of us might have to go through that, getting executed, getting their head chopped off for the name, right? And it shall turn to you for a testimony. It's gonna turn in our testimony, because some of us might escape it, and we might testify to other believers, what we went through, and the Lord got us out of it, right? And verse 14 says, settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what you shall say. So he said, don't meditate what you're going to say. The Lord said he's going to put what you need to say in that time of trouble. Verse 15, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So when we are in front of these judges and these lawyers or whatever, and they trying to accuse us, you know what I'm saying, of things that we didn't do, they won't be able to gainsay, because all we're going to say, we're just reading the Bible, prophesying about the Lord coming, you know, and waking our people up. They ain't going to have nothing, no criminal record they ain't going to have nothing on us to criminalize us. But by this man being unjustly, guess what? He's going to, you know, some of us might die for this faith. And then the Lord might get some of us out to be a testimony to the other believers when he free us, give us spiritual powers to get up out of that situation, to free us from that prison, just like he did Paul. Like, you know, so some of us might be able to go out and tell what happened and, you know, be delivered from that judgment, you know. Let's get some more. Let's go now. Verse 18. But there shall not an hair of your head be perished. So it's like I just said, some of us might not go through that. He said, not a lick of your hair shall perish, right? He said, in your patience possess you your soul. He said, suffer. So patience means to suffer. So as we suffer, he said, possess your soul. Don't get faint. You know, don't let the suffering, you know, kill your faith. He said, be ye faithful to the end. He said he'll give you a crown of life, right? He said those who, you know, be faithful to the end shall be saved, right? So let's get Jeremiah 30. Jacob's trouble. I'm going to end it with this. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for what day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So he said, at last, there's no day like it. So Jacob's day of Jacob's trouble, but guess what? The 1/3 is going to be saved out of it. But the 2/3 of our people is going to perish, man. They're going to suffer bad, man. There's going to be so much blood out here, man. It's going to be crazy. You know, a lot of our people ain't going to make it, right? So he said, at last, verse 7, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord of hosts that I will break his yoke from off thy neck and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves. So we ain't going to have to worry about going to work no more. He's going to free us from that, because when that charagma comes, there ain't going to be nobody working. And that's when we're going to really be free from that job. But then ultimately, when he delivers us from this place when destruction comes, right? And I got one more precept. I'm going to get that scripture of the charagma, Revelation 13. And then I'm going to end it with this. I don't want to run out of time. Start at 13. Book of Revelation 13, verse 13. And doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down. Well, now I'm going to skip that. Verse 14. And he deceived them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. So that image of the beast is America and his policies and his philosophies, his religion, his education, you know, his politics. That's the image of the beast. Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed, right? His ways, his policies, his way of life. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, said he that had the mark of the name of the beast and the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 606 scores, 66. So that's, so it won't be no buying the sell. So if you go around to the supermarket, even on the bus, even on the RTS bus, when I was on the city bus, that they already got it all hooked up. The B system really is ready to go. When you go to these supermarkets, even at some of these jobs, that you got to put your job tag on the black box and rub it against it, and then it'll open the door. Even on the bus, now you got a pass or a bus pass, you tap it. So they already got everything ready for the mark of the beast, for the chip to come in. Even when you go to Walmart, Wegmans, certain grocery stores, they already got it already ready. Mark of the beast ready. So be ready, man. It's coming. They about to lay it out, and all this stuff going. Trump, he's guilty, so he's about to get ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be civil unrest. A lot of stuff about to happen. So the hopeful elect, keep your eyes open, keep your head on the swivel, man, and be circumspect, because we here now. So, and I like to end this lesson to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshua, Ba'Shem Rekakwadash, double honors to the apostle, great millstone, and peace and do well, man. Shalom.